Hey there, everyone. Let me start that over. Hello there, everyone. I'm Mike Lowe, and we are in NBA 2K25. I'm pulling up the YouTube app right now to get this video pulled up on my end so I can keep an eye on the chat here. First time streaming this game. I've been playing it a little bit, kind of on and off. Really loving it. I'm, of course, see people kind of disagreeing with that each year and people being upset at X, Y, and Z, but like, man, this game is still just awesome to me. I think it's great. I'm super excited to be just jumping back into it, and I don't know. I don't know where like all the hate comes from with this game. It's not, I guess, hate, but maybe just frustration or whatever. But even some of the stuff, like my biggest complaint last year, for instance, was when I'd like simulate a season on default settings, you'd have like a ton of players who would end up playing 82 games, and that seems to be adjusted. So you're still going to see a lot of players. Teams are going to have guys who play in all 82 games. Maybe that's not what we should still be seeing, but I love that that seems to be toned down. Like I'm not seeing as many of those as I would see, I guess, like in the past and whatnot. And so I'm super excited. I am just going to really just be kind of slow playing through just the Pistons. I mean, I was looking through teams as I do, like what team do I want to use here, and how do I want to go through my own MyNBA, and I like to look for a team that does not have like an actual general manager. Now, of course, they have a team president, basketball president of operations, whatever most teams do, and typically those guys are the general manager for the team. But to kind of extend out kind of our fictitious universe, we've kind of gone the route of saying like, okay, well, the Pistons basketball president of basketball operations too busy. They need to hire an actual GM to kind of take that role away. And they've hired me. And it also makes sense because it's the start of the season. Most general managers proper are going to be hired at the end of the previous season, and you have an off season and a draft and so on. Like most GMs aren't hired on opening night. So it kind of fits that a little bit. It also works out that the Pistons are my team. They're the team I root for. They were the worst team in the NBA last year, ended up with the fifth pick in the draft. So I mean, there's a lot to look at with this particular Pistons team, and we'll kind of talk about that as we go through and play. I think for now, I really just want to kind of jump into some gameplay. As you guys know, if you've watched me play NBA 2K, it is not my strongest game, so I'm always looking for suggestions and help on that. I've been playing. I mean, just to kind of to give you guys an update, I haven't streamed really anything in a while. I haven't really done much. I'm just plugging my phone in here, but the had a family trip. We have a dog that's kind of going through end of life stuff right now, so it's just been kind of taking up a lot of time there. But she's doing okay, hanging out by me now still. So she's around. She's kind of lived a lot longer than we were even thinking originally. So I'm happy about that. But what else have I been doing? I've still been playing a ton of college football. Love that. Our online league, online dynasty at Sim Sports Gaming has been just awesome, and that's like the feedback that we're getting from the people involved. We have 32 guys still active. We're in our second season. We're going to be advancing to week 3 here. So I've been playing a lot of that. Really, really love that game. Just, oh, so awesome that game is back. I've actually been playing a lot MLB The Show, you believe it or not. I know I haven't streamed that a ton, but I'm still in AAA in my third year of minor league baseball playing Road to the Show. Very, very, very close to a call up. I think when I'm called up, I'll be streaming that a little bit as well. So just kind of an update of where I've been. I just haven't had a ton of time. Motivation's been a little off. Again, just kind of dealing with some life stuff going on with the dog and everything else. And work's been busy, which is fun. I'm lucky to say that I really enjoy my job. And so when it's busy, it's usually pretty cool stuff going on there. So anyway, hope you all are doing well too. I do have the chat open. I think I actually have it up on this video. It might drive me nuts, so I might turn it off. We'll see. But you can ask questions. It should even pop right up here live if you're watching this later. That's cool too. But I know NBA, very, very popular game. Our friend Blake Rowe at Sim Sports Gaming wrote the review for the NBA game. Had really, really good things to say as well. So the Pacers, they're a good team. Pretty deep. Of course, Pascal Siakam, they retain him. He was in some of the streams I had last year. He was actually on our what team was I using last year where we ended up getting Siakam? I'm trying to remember now. But anyway, yeah, he was a good fit. Maybe he was on that Pistons. We were doing like a Pistons stream or something. But of course, Cunningham, really, really great player. Jaden Ivey, I've had a lot of fun playing with. I am probably a bigger fan of. I like Jaden Ivey. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know if he fits like the real life Pistons right now. We'll have to see kind of what they want to do with Howard. Um, but I really love him in this game. Oscar Thompson, I love in real life. He's such a good defender. Tobias Harris back, second stint with the Pistons. Jalen Duren, of course, young superstar. So we'll see. I've been practicing with these guys. I kind of know like their general makeup. Our bench, it's not great. They definitely have a deeper bench than us and so on. But yeah, guys, I'm just really liking the game. Have a lot of the
NBA.
music turned off, so we're going to just skip over that.
Opening day.
Absolutely.
Broadcast
Brian,
camera, of course. I get asked about it a lot. It's broadcast camera. I forget what my zoom's at because people are going to ask. I'm just going to show it. This is like one of the most common questions I get. So there we go. There are my camera settings. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. 5.5. I don't even think I've really messed with it. I just went broadcast stadium. I love this setting. I think it just looks super, super fun.
Buddy is eager to get going, whether you're playing or the guy on the sidelines drawing up.
I have a lot more visuals turned on. I know last year I turned a lot of these off. I'll probably get to that point. I'm also going to move my camera because I'm covering up the score. Maybe top right's our best place to put it. Let's see. Let's move camera display. Let's try top right.
On the two. Siakam at power forward.
I have a lot of visuals turned on because I'm still kind of getting just used to the game. And I like to like just go with default when I get a new game, right? Like same thing with the sliders. I haven't messed with any sliders yet. I don't think any. I don't think I've touched a single thing. It's playing really, really well.
Nimhart. Off target from three-point range.
Well, defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
I can't see my plays. All right, I really need to figure out where I can put this camera. Let's see here. Oops. All right, let's try this again here. I'm going to move the camera. Worst case, we're turning the camera off, but I will try my best to keep it somewhere. Maybe I'll try bottom right. We'll see how that goes this time. Ah, no, it just went away. Okay, let's see if it's any better down there.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Ivy. Harris, a screen on Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Siakam.
Messing with my camera too much.
Halliburton against Cunningham. And Halliburton with the basket. And the assist from Siakam.
And I appreciate how confident Halliburton is. For a guard, he handles himself well indeed.
First quarter of play, a minute in. And here's Ivy from the arc. The rebound by
Not
Turner.
his shot, but he's that wide
Here's
open.
Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Siakam with it.
Everyone on this Pacers team can shoot. And they can play really, really good defense, so it's a tough matchup for sure.
The rebound by Detroit. This, their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season. Ivy passes to Thompson. Cunningham outside. Mathurin against Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Shoots over Siakam. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
But I'm curious, like right there, you can see the green and the red around Halliburton's like feet. I don't know what that means. Like around the halo.
Right there. The defender
if anybody knows what that is.
Lost.
Or even like the little yellow bars underneath Ivy. I don't know. I do not know what those are.
Now here's Cunningham. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Stand the top pick of the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
He does not get the second one. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense.
Coach
trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
This is like watching the real Pistons.
With a break
lot
here,
of
let's see which
defensive
team
mishaps
racked up the
early.
assists during last year's campaign. Number 1, the Pacers.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Harris finds Duren. Now here's Ivy. Nice D from Nembhard.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Siakam, the pass to Nembhard. Now Halliburton. He's watched by Cunningham. Another 3 for Indiana.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Ivy with the ball. Cunningham outside. 3-pointer. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
Also have the shot meter turned on this
7.
time again. Just kind of going with default settings, seeing how I like it.
Siakam outside.
Really bad shooting with Cade.
He's watched by Cunningham. It's tipped.
Cunningham has great length for his position, and he uses it right there.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Ivy. Cunningham on the wing. From the high post. They get it back. Now Duren. Cunningham outside. Back to Duren. Indiana with a rebound.
Excellent coverage defensively.
Oh my gosh, why can we not sink anything?
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Harris against Siakam. Mathurin brings the double team, and it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
All right, we'll take it.
Clock at 2. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Oh, someone talk to me, please. So bad at this game. It's even worse when I'm streaming. I'm a lot more focused when I'm
Indiana leading by 7.
not streaming.
Halliburton outside. Pass to
Also
Turner.
the Pistons, to be fair. I mean, come on. They won 14 games last year.
Knocks it loose. Mathurin passes to Halliburton. There's the 3. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 5 rebounds tonight. To win the drought, here's Ivy. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And I really
Thanks, Woody.
love the
Appreciate the
size and
support.
explosiveness that Ivy brings out.
Hey, we're only down by 5.
First trip to the free
That doesn't
throw
sound
line
bad
for
when you're
him tonight.
talking basketball until you say you're like in the first few minutes of the game. Then it's kind of bad.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Now here's Nembhard. Halliburton, the pass to Mathurin.
Love Thompson's defense. It's smothering out
There's a
there.
screen by Turner. Shot's good by Mathurin.
Yeah, and Mathurin has been polishing that jump shot,
on, guys.
improving with each offseason.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
So again, what are those yellow lines? The 3 yellow
Pistons
lines
trail by
underneath
6.
Cunningham here.
Let's go now to the sideline
And then
catch
see how
up
there's like
with
red
Allie
and green?
LaForce.
Is that like hot zones or something? I don't know what that means.
I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter.
Love playing
He does
defense
the
with
most
Darren,
damage
too.
around
He's
the
fun.
rim, so we want to force him out on
Super
the
athletic,
perimeter
big
whenever
man.
possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Yeah, great play. Halliburton ferocious with the ball in his hands, using that long frame to his advantage.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Over Siakam. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I have a really hard time doing the
Shot.
like
Defense
up and
played a
unders
little loose
this
there.
year for some reason.
Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Halliburton for 3. But absolute bomb from three-point range.
For them. That's cool.
Halliburton's got 10 points.
Well,
Down by
he's
11.
just dominating right now. If his
Come on,
teammates
wake
are
up.
smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Cunningham with the ball. Picked up by Matherin. Pass to Ivy. Will it go? It's rebounded by Pascal
Oh
Siakam.
my gosh.
You can tell he's
Really gotta work on
forcing
my shot
things a
timing.
bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Here's Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Cunningham. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Another three for Indiana.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last
Yeah, he's a
5
little better at
buckets
the
have
shot
come
meter
from
than
way
me.
beyond the arc.
Pass to Ivy. And he lobs it up. Oh, stolen by
Awful.
Turner.
I'm just
Halliburton
making
with the
myself
ball.
laugh here. This is
There's the drive. That drops. And it comes off
This
an
is
assist
wild.
from Siakam. Siakam's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part
this is
of
literally the
offense.
ugliest I've played at the Pistons.
Now
of
here's
course, it's while
Cunningham.
I'm streaming.
Duran
It's only
finds
fitting.
Cunningham. Back to Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
That is what they want from Duran. Spike it, young fella.
Oh, we gotta wake up.
Three-pointer, Halliburton.
It's probably in.
Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Cunningham outside. Pass to Harris. Takes the 3. And the three-pointer goes.
And the coaches rave about Harris and his
I feel like the AI
three-point
just
shooting.
gave me that. So I
Helps
wouldn't
his
turn it on.
team space the floor.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Now Turner. Nimhard outside. Turner, a screen on Ivy. The 3. The shot by Nimhard, no good. Pistons trail by 11. Now here's Cunningham. And the deficit down inside single digits. Cunningham's got 5 now.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Back to Halliburton. There's the triple. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ivy outside. Drives to the hoop. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Matherin passes to Nimhard. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to Duran. Oh, stolen by Turner. Nimhard outside. Matherin finds Halliburton. Back to Matherin. To stop the drought. And the layup is up and in. And the Pacers lead by 11.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Pass to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Halliburton. Back to Ivy. Launches a 3.
Like, what the heck did my controller
Pascal
just do?
Siakam with the rebound.
Well, it's been a
I was just trying to go down to
frustrating
Duran.
night
It
for
was
him at
just
the offensive
easy.
end. Just
Little
not
2-on-1.
able to give them any kind of a lift.
And it went
What a
way
way
out
to
to
begin
Ivy
this
and then
game.
shot.
Dominating at both
Because I was just
ends
trying to
of
do
the
a quick
floor.
little tap.
Obviously,
layup
guys,
with Duran
brilliant
there.
coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 5. Here's Harris. Matherin with a rebound.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Halliburton on the wing. Siakam outside. Down Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got his second basket.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And it's in there.
Well, with the size that Cunningham has, he is a real handful inside.
Halliburton outside. Fires the three. Another three for Indiana.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Down low. Here's Duren. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Got him up in the air.
By 17.
I think that'd just be an easy 2 points.
Outside Mathurin. Halliburton finds Turner. His first shot coming late. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's Cunningham with a three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Domination in the first quarter.
Yeah,
it's been pretty lopsided.
For sure.
It's the Pacers leading by 17. And back in a moment.
Yeah, I mentioned at the start about franchise love a little bit. The biggest thing I was hoping for was just better sim stats, which I know people aren't excited about, but I am. I was getting way too many players who would just play in all 82 games, and you had to like jack injuries way up, and it seems to be working really well out of the box, so happy to see that.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear.
That was a really ugly
Move the
all the way
ball
around
on the
first quarter, which again, if you watched the
shoot
Pistons
the
last year,
shots
which I did a
with no
lot,
hesitation.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
We've got.
I'm gonna move the chat so I can see that.
Isaiah Stewart. Tim Hardaway is out there with Kate Cunningham. Then it's Paul Reed. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. Jackson pass to Halliburton. Up and over Hardaway. Outside for McConnell. They get the rebound. Halliburton for 3. That basket is good.
Anytime Halliburton shoots from
Jackson. Halliburton's got 21.
This stratosphere,
They've had a
it's going to
hard
go
time
in.
shutting down the three-point shot.
Stewart, a screen on McConnell. Up top, Stewart.
Yeah, good to you.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Can't connect from short range. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved
by 20.
as a
We just
shooter.
started the second quarter.
He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Picked by Stewart. Here's Cunningham. Indiana with a rebound. Next up, the Knicks in New York. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. And Jackson gets double teamed. There's Nesmith with a 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Cunningham outside. Stewart, a screen on Halliburton. Cunningham with the ball, and it's Toppin picking him up. It's stolen by Halliburton.
I'm not even trying to oop those. I'm just trying to like, just kind of lob it over to him so he'll just
And
finish.
here on the second, 2
like,
minutes
without
gone
an
by.
alley-oop.
And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
Oh, this is so
25 points in the game. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. To the paint. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Thompson, he's checked in for Detroit. Ivy comes in for Hardaway. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Alley. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Cunningham outside to end the run, driving to the basket, and it's good on the layup. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
McConnell passes to Neesmith. Here's Halliburton. Ivy defends. And it's all from three-point range. The Pistons have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Another franchise like it. I've noticed like fatigue isn't like all guys staying a lot more. Like they're playing a lot more minutes, which seems realistic. Like before, it's like it was really hard to get a guy like over 30 minutes in a game without them just being totally gassed.
Thompson in the post. Neesmith covering. The rebound by Neesmith.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better
He's
look.
not wrong.
Now here's McConnell. Halliburton on the wing. Ivy defends.
Cover him.
Again, Halliburton missing. The Pistons have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Ivy. Ivy's got 5 points.
Take these quick
They just look
baskets
so
if they can give them to us.
overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue
He's quick
to
if he
get
gets an
attacked.
edge.
Indiana leading by 18. Here's McConnell. The open J off the mark.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you
No,
well
what
in the long
the
run.
hell was that?
You
Just a
can't
regular
settle
pass, dude.
for bad shots.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a
does not
three-point
miss.
play here.
That's crazy.
Oh, tenacious stuff from Halliburton, making his shot while absorbing a foul. Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese
Do I think the Pistons
Halliburton
get
in the
close
2024 All-Star
to
game.
30
A
wins this
spectacular
year?
performance from him in that one.
Closer than
and the
14.
icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania.
They'll
He's
still be
calling
bad.
in
I mean,
right
they're going to
now.
miss the playoffs.
Shams, great
but,
to
like,
have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA.
Kate and Duran, I mean,
especially
they're
the
for real.
dreaded second
I like those
apron.
guys.
Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Oh, forcing the issue. Halliburton in attack mode.
The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together.
Like how just
quicker.
now he's gotten
some
hot.
Players
Like,
and
are you
some
kidding me? He has
teams
like
need
he
more
hasn't
time
missed
to
a
develop.
shot all game.
Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to
Double their
develop
score.
the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. Now here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. Pass to Stewart. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton, and this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Indiana with some changes. Siakam comes in for Toppin, and Matherin subbed in for Neesmith. And that one misses. And the Pacers started last season all
I love,
offense,
in
Grant,
theory,
but
I
even
love,
they knew
like,
that
you know,
would
the
not be
shot meter. It's
sustainable.
cool, but, like, every
Coach
player's got a
Carlisle
different
prodded them to at least
style
get to
and-
average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
But I love, too, how
And
2K
once
just
again,
gives you
off the
so
mark
many
by
options
Indiana.
to, like, get it sorted.
Pistons trail by
If you
21.
don't like how it's set, you can change it. There's a ton you can do.
And here's Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, give Stewart room at the arc at your own risk. He'll stretch the floor whenever he can.
Now here's Halliburton. Give
No way,
him
I'm not
30.
under in this guy. You guys won't pick him
Puts
up.
up a 3.
And again, I don't stay with him.
Hits the
What's difference?
trifecta. Halliburton's got 33.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Stewart. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. Halliburton, the pass to Demart. Siakam for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
You have to take Siakam seriously at the arc. He can
Probably
hurt
worse
you
on
from there.
defense than I am on offense right now. Ooh, I missed it.
Halliburton against Cunningham.
Speaking of bad offense.
Pass to Duran. Back to Cunningham.
Like, what are with these plays?
Ivy outside. Pulls it from the top of the key. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
And Detroit making a change here. Harris is checked in. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot.
Cunningham's
but the
still playing
Detroit
with
Pistons set a
75%
record in
energy.
2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Now here's Ivy. He's got 7. Harris outside. Pass to Duran. The 3 is up. And it's Harris. That time on the assist by Duran. Harris has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night. Nembhard outside. Turner with it from deep. Kicks it out to Siakam.
I mean, I know he boxed me out, but
Gets
like,
the
how did
3
he
to
get
fall.
that rebound?
Siakam's
He is
got
playing like the greatest
13.
player in the history
Man,
of the
they're
NBA.
having a
in this
hard
game.
time defending the triple.
I don't really know
That's
who
3
Will
in a
Chamberlain
row.
is.
Ivy passes to Harris. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Matherin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Siakam looking it over. Pass to Turner. Shoots over Duran. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those
Yeah, love
players
Thompson.
for my pregame
Love Cade.
walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I
think
just
Ivy's kind of the
wanted
odd man out,
to
but-
be as prepared as possible, and was
Still like
one
Ivy.
that always believed I'd rather do too much than
You
too
definitely
little.
need.
When you think about
You
Turner,
dude's
one of the best shot
awesome
blockers in the
athlete.
league, who can also score at all 3 levels.
And there's a pick. For 3, here's Harris. Indiana with a rebound.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Siakam against Harris. Baseline jumper. Can't get it to fall. Now 5 of 7. The Pistons have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the 2nd quarter. The 3 is up. The rebound by Nembhard.
Nothing dropping.
The Pacers shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. Halliburton outside. Back to Matherin. Turner, a screen on Thompson. Matherin passes to Turner. Halliburton for 3. No good
But
that
I like
time.
that the AI can put up 60 points in the
Detroit is
first
going
half.
2 of 5 from distance here in the 2nd quarter. And Turner with the block.
A ferocious shot blocker, Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Pass to Nembhard. Now Siakam. Nembhard outside. And the basket by Siakam. Siakam's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. They grab their own miss to snap the cold streak. And Duren lays it in.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Here's Halliburton. And the layup falls. Halliburton's got 35 in the game.
35.
And it gets even worse for them.
Not even
he
a
just
half.
waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Ivy. He has 7. Here's Harris. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Second chance effort. And it's Cunningham missing. Indiana shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Halliburton misses. And the Pistons shooting just 38% in this quarter. Pass to Duren. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Benedict Mathurin picks
Trying to
one up.
pass. Definitely
And
wasn't trying
Duren
to shoot.
doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter. I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Indiana shooting their 6th and 7th
Oh
free
my
throw
gosh,
attempts
they're
tonight.
just
Will
destroying
stand for the Detroit Pistons. The rebuild
By 32.
continues.
Well, Brian, it's a process
31.
that almost every franchise has to go through at one time or another. You just hope players don't feel lost in the shuffle and they keep playing their best basketball.
Now here's Ivy.
No.
Lays it up and banks it in. Ivy's got 9 points.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Yeah, so those green and red little spots
To the
around
inside.
McConnell or whoever has the ball usually.
Fades away.
It's got to do
That's
something
good
to do
from
with like
Siakam on the assist from McConnell.
hot zones or something. It's usually
McConnell's
only
got
around like
3
the
assists
3-point
tonight.
line.
It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Indiana
Yikes.
Pacers building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. You've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
So we're gonna bail out of this. This has just been ugly. But instead, I do want to show you what I was talking about. So like I want to just kind of simulate through a season here. And we'll just take a look because I think one of the and again Pistons are going to probably be all screwed up here because I have we're just going to decline all things, just kind of keep the season going. But what we're looking, at least for me, you could get like somewhat realistic sim stats if you really did a lot of tinkering. And this is with no tinkering. I haven't touched any of the sliders. We're just going to auto pick. Always have, yeah, that's fine. Always automate. And so like you could do a little bit of tinkering with the injury sliders, the simulation settings, or sliders, same thing. And it would help. And again, huge shout out to the 2K team for having all of those options available, which is really, really awesome that you can really make this game into like whatever you want. I wish we'd see more of that, say with like MLB The Show, where you have like and there's this in the NBA too, but like there's different eras of baseball, like dead ball era, there was the steroid era, and so on. Like you can kind of do that a little bit, but like NBA 2K gives you so much more flexibility. they by far have the most customization in terms of like controlling the game and how it feels. Having said all that, I haven't touched any of this, and it looks like it's actually doing a really, really good job. So we'll kind of see it here at the end. But I was really happy with just a couple. I think I only did like one or two tests, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And without having changed anything, seems to be pretty solid. So we'll just get through this season here. Pistons are 15 and 25. So they've already won more games than they did last year. They just beat the Pacers by scoring 151 points. That's wild. That is wild. Need to look at that box score. Oh, excuse me. Approaching the trade deadline here. Falling on my birthday. Nope, we don't need any trades. We're the Pistons. We're good. We're 24 and 31. We've already exceeded expectations. Woody, you were asking what, 30 wins? Can they get close to 30? Without touching anything, we're already at 27. 28. Come on. 29. There's 30. 31. Oh yeah, look at this team. This team's approaching 500. Nice little run there mid-March. Speaking of nice little runs, how about the Detroit Tigers? In the driver's seat right now for a wild card spot. They are in a two-way tie for the second wild card spot right now, which is nuts. So let's see. We're going to skip all this. I'm assuming the Pistons didn't make the playoffs or the play-in game. Nope. Okay. It's how do you like? There's 10 teams get in here now. 10 of the 20 teams. Or I'm sorry. What am I saying? So 20 out of how many? There's 30. It's only 10 teams don't make the playoffs. Like you should just be fired. I mean, how on earth? They let everyone in now. It's wild. I don't mind it. I get why they're doing it. It's kind of exciting, but like, it is kind of crazy. And we're seeing it in baseball. I've been so tied. This is why I'm streaming tonight. I'm not watching the Tigers. I've been like so tied into just what they've been doing this year. It's just been so fun. Okay, so let's go. We're gonna look at player stats, and we're just kind of looking at like 82 games. So when we look at the Pistons, we had a lot of dudes play, but how many guys started? 82, so 3. I guess what we're trying to avoid is getting like a ton of these. So like here, 3, because like I was a little bit sad when I saw this, but oh yeah, you're still getting these though. Maybe it's because I wasn't sorting. Well, here we go. So the Rockets only had 2 who played in all 82. And like certainly these could be lower. Kennard must have got traded there. These could be lower, but it's still better to see. And I guess I know the NBA is doing, for better or worse, some like sitting guys for rest. I don't know if you see that in this game. It's not something I've ever like really looked too closely at. And I know the NBA has been kind of pushing against that. Steph Curry hurt, looks like he was hurt, only playing in 36. So, like, the point is, though, is like this looks a lot better because usually you'd scroll through and every single team would look like this. You'd have like 6, 7 guys all playing 82 games. Now, you could still make the argument this is too many, but again, I haven't touched the injury slider at all. I haven't done any sort of changes to this. So, I think this is really, really cool to see. We're just going to stop on Darius Garland here and just look at his career stats and just see, like, has he played? Because, I mean, some guys do play in all 82 games. Like, it's not like everyone needs to be hurt and, sitting out. So games played, we're going to look at last year. Yeah, so he's never played 82 games, right? If we go to the next guy on the list, he's never played 82 games. Next guy on the list, he's played 80. Never played 82. He's never played 82. So, yeah, maybe I stand a little bit corrected in that, like, we're still seeing this. Here's the NBA champs with Derrick Rose now. Let's skip Rose just because he played in 83, and that's kind of a weird... let's go to the next guy here. So, games played... What the... Oh, that's on the wrong thing. That's why. Career stats. There we go. So games played 82. So he has played 82 before. So that's cool. So is Peyton Pritchard. So, it's possible. The point is, like, they don't look terribly far off. And if you wanted to kind of stretch the imagination, you can say, hey, the NBA's cracked down on resting players. Um, you know, they've given them more days off, however you want to say it. So, yeah, it's interesting. So, still would like to see it maybe a little bit more. But yeah, the game, of course, looks really, really great. I guess just go on and on about it. I just am so impressed with. I mean, this team still just kind of keeps the focus on at least the modes I care about. I know I don't play most of the modes that a lot of people care about. One of the other things I like to really look at is the draft class creation. So creating a draft class and just kind of seeing when you generate one, like what are we getting here? Now, of course, I know people are going to complain with like the look and haircuts and stuff like this. But what I'm looking at is like the overall is like here it looks like you have a pretty special player here in Pavel Bojnik. And 7-footer at power forward, can also play center. But I like to see how many badges. So like 3, 2, 1. So, there's not a ton of badges in this entire draft class. And if you were to go and look at, say, the rookie class, when you load up your MyNBA, what does that look like in comparison, right? So, who the first pick was Atlanta, I forget his name, the Frenchman. So if we go to Hawks, and so I think we can all assume he's not a generational talent here, and he comes in with 0 badges. So that's good to see. He's also not an 81. So like the draft class generation already just passing a really, really quick, simple eye test looks pretty good. Pistons had the 5th pick since we were talking about them. A young, explosive player, and I call him Ron Howard earlier, Ron Holland. So he comes in 0 badges, 72. So like it's lining up pretty well. There was an issue there where you'd have like your rookies coming in with like 20 badges and stuff. And I think this was 2K maybe just going, this is like years ago. This is like in 2016, 17, when the rookies would come in and just have just way too many badges going on. I think it was just they were excited about the new badges in the game, putting them all over the place. And that's fine. I really wouldn't even care about that. But like the draft classes were never matching up. And so the other thing to be careful about is I know a lot of people like to use the custom draft classes, for instance. They like to use the the real life players, and totally get that, totally get that. But if we go and look, let's not grab one of the more popular ones because I know a lot of people may be using Jack Move here. So let's look at not even Young Hampton. Let's do this one. I have no idea who this is, so I'm certainly not picking on this. But you can see 6 badges, 3, 4, 4. Like that's too many, right? So like it's just something you want to be careful about. You have 2 players who are 80s overall. I don't know anything about this real life draft class. This could be the greatest draft class in the history of the NBA, and these players are well deserving of it. I have no idea. But to me, the badges look too high, right? I'm going to open up, so fair warning, I don't want to ruin anyone. I'm not going to look at this draft class very carefully. I'm just going to look at badges. I'm not even going to look at names. So 10 badges on this top player. 9, 7, 7, 6, 8, 6. That's too many. That's way too many. And that to me, this is why a lot of times I won't actually use these because it doesn't match. It's just not matching the game engine. So here's another generated 3, and you'll notice it's actually the same draft class, just different names, right? So we had 3, 2, 1 again. I forget how you have to reset this, but there is a way you can let's see if maybe go into a new roster. Let's see if that it's almost like it cache, it gets stuck in a cache here. So same thing, right? So a 19-year-old who's an 81 with 3 badges. The next guy down is going to have 2 and then 1. So it's doing the same things. I forget how to reset it. I don't know if you have to back all the way out of the game. But yeah, I've reset that before and I just forget how. Also love the WNBA drafts. Super, super cool. Just not seeing this, and I think FIFA's implementing more. NHL, to their credit, is doing more with female sports, things like that. So that's super cool. Love seeing that. Yeah. So, but again, looking at the badges, 113, like a lot lower. So for, so you get a few more here in this particular draft class. These overalls are a little bit worse. I don't know the exact scale they're using in the WNBA. It seems to be lower. And of course, I don't think they're doing like a one-to-one comparison between a WNBA player and an NBA player. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. I actually never looked at the WNBA rosters. Let's actually do that. Let's go back out of here. All the era stuff again. Like, how is MLB The Show not done eras yet? Of all the sports to have an era mode, you could say the same thing with Madden. You could even say the same thing with college football. I think we can give them a pass this first year. But like, so okay, so you have a 99 overall player. Yeah, so definitely using kind of the same rating scale. Caitlin Clark, is she still a rookie? I don't know when the season starts. So is this her rookie year technically? Yeah, I guess it is. 91 as a rookie. So again, it's kind of neat. Like it'd be fun to start a dynasty with this because it just seems to be a different experience. I guess I'm kind of surprised to see. Here's an 18 badge rookie, first pick in the draft, and she's a 91 overall already. Let's see if we can get these to reset here. So same thing. See how it's always a 19-year-old 81, 321 badges all the way down with the 0 in between. So there is a way to reset it. I just can't recall how I did it now. But let's see if it does the same thing for the WNBA. Yeah, same thing. So that's even the same character, right? It just changed her name because it was like that Malone girl before. 1 badge. There's somebody down here with 4. There it is. So it's weird. Like they're like the draft classes are almost kind of getting like stuck in a loop or like stuck in a cache. So I don't know, something to just think about there. But yeah, and I saw the Tigers call up Jackson Jobe, and that's exciting. I know they changed, like MLB changed their. We're talking about the Tigers real quick. I know MLB changed their like playoff eligibility rules. So like, a few years ago, I said, oh, they called him up because they want him to be eligible for the playoffs. I don't think that matters anymore. So I'm not exactly sure why they brought him up, other than just to kind of get him some exposure. Maybe they do. I mean, right now the Tigers are only rolling 3 starting pitchers. If you haven't seen, they've been one of the hottest teams in baseball right now with 3 starting pitchers because they've been using openers. And there's a whole other video I could go into about openers and how the Tigers have been able to use that. It's not a new idea, but AJ Hinch has really just masterfully used the baseball opener, which is super cool, to give the team an advantage. And I guess the nutshell version is to kind of give you an idea how you can use an opener is like teams are still very, very stubborn. This will probably start changing if more teams do this, but they set their lineup. Your 1 hitter's this, your 2 hitter. By the time you get through the 4th hitter, you're through the best hitters in your lineup typically, right? 1 through 4. I think most of us can agree that's how an MLB lineup is. They're going to stack lefties against a right-handed pitcher and so on. The Tigers are using an opener. They're using like a specialist to get through that first inning, and they've been hugely successful. They're shutting down the team's best hitters for 1 inning. Keep in mind, most guys only come up, 4 times a game-ish. Maybe those guys 5. So either way, but if you're able to shut down consistently 20 to 25% of the team's best hitters at bats, that's a huge advantage. Like, why aren't teams doing that? And this is one of the reasons why the Tigers are winning a ton of games. And to go back to the 3 starting pitcher part, it's why they've been successful, hugely successful. Like, I don't think that's an understatement. They've been one of the hottest teams in baseball and have come out of nowhere to, as of yesterday, they're in a playoff spot. If the season ended today, a week early, they're in a playoff spot with 3 starting pitchers because they've been using openers the other time. They even use openers with their starters sometimes. Typically Cater Montero starts a game. Typically Casey Mize starts a game. Of course, Tarek Skubal is starting. He's kind of your like number 1, just traditional. He's going to win the Cy Young Award. So like the Tigers, it's exciting because you have this really young team. I believe they're like per player, and certainly now that they've brought up Jackson Jobe and designated for assignment Shelby Miller, who is one of their older players. I believe they are the youngest team in baseball right now, and they have the Cy Young Award winner on their team. So I'm not saying, ooh, the Tigers are going to win a World Series. Like, I'm just saying, like, you never know, and like, hey, you have a Cy Young Award winner. That's a win, you'd think, every 3 or 4 games. That's a lot. That's a lot in a 7-game series. And so, are they using Jackson Jobe to kind of set up uh, Tarek Skubal to pitch in the first playoff game? I'm not sure. You know, the Tigers finish with the White Sox. They have a they're home the next 6 days. Tomorrow, I'm forgetting now who they're playing. I'm drawing a blank. Tampa, maybe. But they're after that, they're playing the White Sox, who are like historically bad. And so, like, they might not need Tarek Skubal. So I don't know. Jackson Jobe, to me, I would think it's just to kind of get him a little exposure because he might be on a playoff roster. The fact that they DFA'd Shelby Miller, he very, very likely could. They're going to need. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if they're going to need 4 starters. So anyway, I could go on and on. We should just do a baseball talk one time. But Woody's also saying WNBA playthrough is intriguing. Clark got me following it a little this year. Yeah, I admit, like, I've watched some, like, my wife and I were out a few months ago at a bar just getting dinner, and they had a it wasn't WNBA even, it was college basketball. And what's the girl from USC? I should look. She's awesome. You guys would all know her. I don't follow NBA that closely, let alone WNBA. But let me look it up because well, maybe she is not on a team. Is she on a team? I'm gonna look this up anyway. But she would be because she was a freshman at USC, right? So let's do a draft class. I'm sure someone has made her if she's in a draft class. Uh, oh yeah, there, Juju, right? What's her name? Isn't that her name? Who am I thinking of here? Is this the girl from USC? Yeah, yeah. So Juju Watkins, like, we were watching her play, and I was like, holy cow, this girl's so good. So that was super cool to see. It's so funny because she's 5'11". She's like almost as tall as I am. But when you're watching them play basketball, it's like, oh, look at this tiny little gal running around. She's great. She's 5'11". So yeah, so I've been trying to, I catch some games here and there. It's super cool. I know here the San Diego Wave, which I don't know the league they play in, like the women's soccer. I don't know the name of the women's professional soccer league, but the San Diego Wave are super popular. I'm a season ticket holder now for the MLS San Diego Football Club that's starting up in February, so I'll be excited about that. Speaking of soccer, but so yeah, playthrough would be intriguing. I'm glad that Caitlin Clark's got people watching it more. I think that's super cool. So yeah, I'm just trying to hit on all the little topics that came up here in the chat. Flight to Texas to visit some family tomorrow. Nice. Yep, get some sleep. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, and again, we're just kind of chatting, checking out the game. I really like it. I need to get better at it. I promise I'm not as bad as I was in the stream. I was playing a little bit last night. I think I'm just distracted. We had a weird day with our dog who's struggling a little bit, so I took her to the vet and everything, and just figured it'd be good to kind of. She's just chilling next to me, still alive. She's still breathing. Right, you got to put the mirror under her nose. No, she's actually doing okay. She went on like a 2-mile walk with us yesterday. She's doing great. So, but yeah, I need to go practice. My goodness, I need to practice. But I do want to get into some MLB The Show soon. Once I make it to the majors, which I think is going to be really, really, really soon, going to start streaming that. College football has just been so fun. If you're not playing that game, you need to be. It's awesome. I don't have Madden. I didn't get Madden this year. I don't need it with college football. But I'm curious if you have thoughts on Madden. Let me know if I'm missing something. I know the Madden modding community is just starting to get kind of some of their bigger mods released for Madden 25, so maybe that's probably more like a Christmas buy for me. Holiday season, I'll probably pick up Madden when the modding community is a little closer with some of the things that I really enjoyed in last year's game. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to jump off here. I just wanted to kind of say I'm alive and say hi to everybody, and we'll get some more streams going. So until then, see you next time.